All right, welcome back to Better Kansas City. Now, if you love to buy things, it may be time to disconnect your heart from impulse spending. We have accountant and business strategist Marquita Miller here to help. Now, we're in February and Valentine's Day, and this is kind of a big point for finances, I think, in people, because we're coming off the first of the year holiday debt. We're coming up to taxes here in April, and this is a hard time to really, or it's an important time to really crack down on those finances. And really first, what we need to do is try to get to the root of that problem of impulse buying, right? And how do we do that?
Absolutely. So you have to examine what is your triggers that causes you to be an impulsive spender? Is it because you're last minute, or is it because you're sad, or maybe grief, or breakups, whatever it is? Identify the root.
Yeah.
Because once you identify the root, that's going to help you to build a plan and create a plan for it. So.
And I think I've read articles before that spending and impulse spending is almost like, having a drink or something. It can give, people can associate with the stress relief, or it can become addictive. People like the way they feel when they buy something.
Absolutely. It's all about the mind, how you feel when you're spending, if it peps you up. And so you have to get in front of that, because if you really wanted to save your money, be in control of your money, then you have to identify those things that cause you to be out of control.
Yeah, well, how do we work at establishing a replacement plan then to try to replace those impulses that we have?
Okay, so when you have those impulses, so maybe it's that you're sad, then maybe you have to figure out something else to do as opposed to spending money. Maybe it's taking a walk, as long as it's not walking through the mall, but maybe it's taking a walk, maybe it's exercising.
Yeah.
You have to replace it. You know the trigger, you know the feeling, now you have to give the feeling something different to do. You have to be intentional. When you're intentional by setting an agenda of this is what I'm going to do when I feel this way, you are building yourself up for success.
Yeah, so maybe not walk through the plaza or walk through the mall,
no
maybe,
Tiffany's.
but we go to the park or something. Talk a little bit about the lost opportunity cost.
So lost opportunity cost. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Okay.
So there's a lost opportunity cost. When you're impulsively spending, you just go in the store and you spend $500 randomly. That's $500 that could have been for the family vacation, right?
Okay.
And so there are opportunities that you're losing because of the fact you're just doing the random spending versus being in control of it, so that you can intentionally say, this is what I want to do with my dollars. This is what's important to me.
Yeah.
And so you want to take control of it,
Definitely.
right?
How do we go ahead and plan ahead then? I mean, setting ourselves up right, we want to plan ahead for that, right?
Absolutely. So here's the thing. A lot of random spending takes place, unfortunately, at holiday times, birthdays, special events. So if we go ahead and think about that, and then you set a budget for yourself, and then also realistically, even before the budget, sometimes you have to be truthful and honest. Part of the 30% we talked about earlier that don't want to spend for Valentine's Day. Maybe this is not your holiday to spend on something that's tangible. Maybe you can love them in a different way. So you have to be realistic to say, am I in a position to, number one, spend money? And if I am, then how much money am I going to spend? Set that and be proactive, because when you do that, that's going to help you to be in control of it. It's all about planning it and making sure you control it versus the spending control.
And quickly, how do we make that list?
Making the list. So when you've identified what your spending is, then you want to make the list of, these are the things that are important to me. This is what I'm going to buy when I go in the store, because the grocery store can really get you. So if you make the list, then that's going to help you to stay on track.
All right, Marquita, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you, Bill.
We crammed a lot in that segment. I appreciate all your great tips. Thank you.